What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the PHDJ Podcast with your hosts, Mike Walter. There he is.
That's
right
me.
there.
And if you're watching this on video, man, you are seeing a crowded camera on my end. We have, I got me and two other dudes in my basement. Say hello. Introduce.
Little dude.
Little bit of dude love, baby.
That's it. Jordan Marshall.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy and Jordan Marshall, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm Joe Bunn, by the way.
Freeze up again, Joe?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
We're going to.
That's all right. Keep going.
Yeah,
I'm recording on my end. So, so we had the NJDJN meeting last night. Jordan kicked ass at a great seminar.
Very
nice.
Big Daddy was there. And so we decided we all had a sleepover last night. We told stories around a campfire.
And I sang in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Kumbaya. Big Daddy sang Kumbaya.
Yeah,
and now we're here, and we're going to do what, Joe? What's the topic of the day?
Well, first off, Mike, I think that I've noticed more and more, especially as you and I have been in this longer and longer, and more DJs are getting into it younger and younger, that some of the people don't know some of the people in the industry, you know, the icons, the Big Daddies, the Jordan Marshalls. So, you know, let's start with Jordan. I just want to get a quick background, a little bit about Explosive Entertainment, you know, Jordan as an entertainer, and then let's pass the mic to Big Daddy and give his little, 3-4 minute bio, and then we'll get into Mobile Beat.
Sure, Joe. That sounds great, man. And an icon, man. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, especially coming from your lips, my friend.
Thank you.
Well, guys, my name is Jordan Marshall. I am the founder and owner of a company called Explosive Entertainment. We're based out of the Monmouth County area of New Jersey, and we specialize in high-end, energized private events, mainly bar and bat mitzvahs. We do also do, obviously weddings, corporate events, birthdays, communions, his birthday, her birthday, any excuse to have a good time, but it's primarily mitzvah work.
Very nice, very nice. Big Daddy, the man that really needs no introduction, but let's introduce him anyway.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
What's up, brother?
Oh, how's everything down in Carolina? Everything's good?
We're good, man. Can't complain.
Awesome. So, I specialize in anything that's a love celebration.
Yep.
Weddings. Even an old guy like me can still do bar and bat mitzvahs because I put all my young folks out front. Mm-hmm. Any reason for a celebration, like Jordan said, that's what I do.
Love it.
And very blessed and humble to be sharing love all around the United States.
Yep, that's Big Daddy's message. He shares.
And you know, Joe, the point you made up front about people not knowing some of the icons.
Yeah,
I kind of discovered that recently. You know, you interviewed me last week for The Vault.
Yep.
And the week before that, Jason Janai interviewed me for his podcast.
Yep.
And in the last week, I've probably gotten like 100 new Facebook requests from DJs. And I thought, man, I must be connected to every DJ in the world by this point, but it's not true. And it's amazing the community that's out there, and you really need to be on a bunch of different platforms to reach everybody. So yeah, I mean, these two gentlemen sitting next to me are, to use Joe's word, they are icons. And if you don't know their names, you should follow them on social media, look them up, and learn from them, because you definitely can.
100,000%, guys. These are amazing entertainers. I've never been fortunate enough to be up there in their neck of the woods to see them live, but I've seen tons of videos from both. I watched Jordan's content on social. Big Daddy gives seminars at pretty much most of the places I give seminars. He has some amazing video clips of him bringing couples into the room that just are what an MC and really an MC and an entertainer are supposed to be, is what these guys are. Like, this is the next level of DJing, really, or entertainment.
And speaking of Jordan's content, I just found out last night from his partner Mike, you guys are doing a new podcast, right? Why don't you tell everybody about that?
I like that little plug,
yeah,
man.
let's
get that segue. So, we were, Mike and myself, Mike Langsner, the vice president over at Explosive. We were going back and forth, and obviously, everybody having podcasts nowadays.
Yep.
For the industry,
Sure.
You guys here at the PhD, Jason Janai has got an awesome podcast he has going on, but there wasn't really anything for the clients. Or for clients to tune in week after week and listen to cool ideas, trendy ideas of the big up-and-comings for bar and bat mitzvahs specifically, to where they can get great content ideas and just, maybe they're a family that's never planned this before. They have 3 kids and this is their first one. They don't know where to look and they're just trying to get some ideas. So we decided to put out this weekly episodic podcast that's mitzvah based on cool upcoming ideas and just pay.
So tell people where they can find it.
Cool. Yeah, you can check us out if you go actually directly right now to our Explosive Entertainment website. We have a whole hookup on it. You can check us out on Spotify, obviously, iTunes. If you go to xeevents.com, it'll give you all information about the platforms that we're on. And whatever's best for you guys to listen on, definitely subscribe and tune in.
And so you're speaking to the client, but there's definitely benefits for DJs.
Absolutely, 100%.
To tune in.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yesterday's was a biggie because they talked about the weekend before and all the yays and some nays, the positives and the negatives.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. And you go, you know what, maybe.
Joe, are you frozen or are you just contemplating life?
No, I was frozen for a second.
You look very
you
look very deep.
But you did say no, I was frozen for a second. I was listening to Big Daddy, and then he said positives and negatives, and then it kind of went dead. But you said you are recording on your end as well.
I'm recording on my end, so we
Okay.
should be fine. I can always patch things together and make
great,
us.
though, Joe, don't worry.
Yes.
Joe always looks great.
Mike's gonna have to do more editing. I may hear about this again.
So speaking of content, we are a week before Mobile Beat,
Yes,
right?
we are.
And we're all going to be there.
Yes, sir.
We are all going to be there.
When do we all roll in? Sunday?
Sunday morning. Yep.
I'm Sunday.
You, Joe?
Yep, 2:30. Sunday, 2:30.
Cool.
What time you get in, Jordan?
I think I land.
All right, let's not get stuck in the weeds about
9:30 Vegas.
flight. Let's go.
11:30. We're all being at the
So
same time.
So here's what I want to talk about first. Mike, let's just start with you. I mean, we don't know that somebody's not coming in here at episode number 120. So, Mike, just touch again briefly on your appearances. We know you kick off the show Monday. Just briefly.
Monday afternoon, 1 o'clock.
Yep.
Be in the seats by 12:30 because they do some welcoming and previewing
right.
stuff. I've been promised I start right at 1.
Yep.
Which is great because they've got me for 90 minutes and I've got about 95 minutes of content. I just did my final rehearsal yesterday and I actually had to pull a couple things out because I was running long.
Do you do that for Kelly or Shay?
No, I actually, Shay and Nula, the two dogs.
Right.
I was sitting upstairs in the house and did the whole thing out loud, showed the videos that I'm showing, the whole thing,
Nice.
copying down notes of my timeline. And I am so excited to give this seminar. It's called Why People Dance.
Yep.
And I really have analyzed that. I've analyzed the psychology of things that make people dance and also things that stop people from getting to the dance floor.
Yep.
As a lot of people know, but as you pointed out, that we might have new listeners. I did a survey. So I've got over 600 responses, not from DJs. I mean, I'm sure some DJs filled it out, but from party guests. And I asked questions about what are the types of things that get you involved on the dance floor, and what are the factors that stop you. So I'm excited to reveal some of the results of the survey and kind of work that in. I'm really super stoked about this. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning, I'm doing MC workshops, which are opportunities for people to get on the microphone and kind of get some criticism from me. So that's my week. I am packed out.
Yeah, you are.
Next week.
And then the workshop, of course.
And then, yes, that's right. Yeah, I think Sunday afternoon is my only. I land, hopefully go for a run, maybe get some pool time in. If I can find an edible, kind of chill and relax. And then, Monday morning, I'm going nonstop. Yeah, exactly.
Full throw.
Right. And then you and I have the PHDJ workshop Thursday afternoon and Friday. So, yeah.
All right, so Jordan and Big Daddy, just walk us through your week there in terms of a speaker or a presenter, and then we'll get into the end of this episode, like what we're all looking forward to. Go ahead,
Shawnee.
Okay. So Monday, I will be closing the day after Alan Berg with Don't Lose Your Reason Why in Life and in Business. And what that's going to be is just what it says. And I'm going to be talking about how to get your reason why back if you've lost it.
Yep.
And then at the end, there's going to be some surprises and some people brought on stage. And you'll see what I do after that.
Big finish.
Yes.
Big finish.
Dun, 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 dun. So, Jordan, where do you come into play in this whole week?
Well, you got to wait for the bigger finish.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
The big finish. But then Wednesday morning,
yep, we
are on at 9 o'clock. We're the openers like Mike was last year.
Okay.
With Wake Up Wednesday.
I see that.
Which is great too, Joe. You know, I mean, obviously everybody who's anybody, if you've been listening to, you know, the podcast and if you've been following the industry, you know, Big Daddy is the man when it comes to entertaining and just getting everybody jazzed up. But, you know, Sean and I, obviously close friends for a number of years.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talk back and forth just about putting a small little 2.0 on today's entertainment and just giving it a little facelift to where it is a very modern take on, you know, today's client, today's party goer, regardless of the type of event. And, you know, we're going to bring some really, really cool and innovative stuff to the performance zone for Vegas. So we're excited.
Dude, I'm super excited for you guys.
Off the chain. Just be ready to dance. Take the psychology of dance from Mike and bring it on the dance floor on Wednesday morning.
It all intertwines.
It all intertwines.
I'm relegated, as I often was in my early speaking days, back to a small room Wednesday at 1:15. I work for a company called BPM Supreme. It's a music pool, and so I'm speaking on the 10. What is it called? Sorry, it's 10 steps to a perfect event. The 10 steps to a perfect event. So if anybody wants to come see that.
So when is that, Joe? Wednesday at
1:15.
That's awesome because I wrap up my workshop at 1, so I'll be able to hit that.
Please come in there and be one of one.
So is this a BPM sponsored thing?
Yeah, and I think it's actually awesome. In room T4, which I think, Mike, is where we're having our workshop.
That's where we're going to do the workshop.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Very cool. And by the way, good job getting the word 10 in this week. That's it's always important.
10.
Yeah, that's 10. The way Joe pronounces 10 is.
I'm glad I got to hear it and see you actually say it.
Our listeners love that. I get texts sometimes saying, you didn't get Joe to say 10 this week. And I'm like, sorry. I try to do it organically. So this week I didn't even need to do that. So that's awesome.
From him from Varsity Blues, you know.
Is that 10?
Oh, yeah. That is. Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
I don't get the is that a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay, I didn't get the reference.
It's so anyway, I will be doing that, and that's Wednesday, and then of course Mike and I will be rocking out the PHDJ workshop on Thursday
afternoon, all day Friday. Psyched. Yeah.
All right, I don't know if you have the website pulled up for them, Mike, but I just was flipping through the schedule, which is jam packed. Again, I think I'm super. I don't know if the word's saddened, but, just kind of saddened that not more people go to this conference. You know, when you see something like a DJ idea sharing group or even this vault, the closed group I have now has 2,500 members and only 40 or 50 say they're going. It's just crazy to me that there's this level, and especially now, I mean, Mike, Big Daddy, Jordan, we've been going to these things for years. I mean, I just pulled up a video and posted it on the vault the other day, and it was, I don't know, maybe 2014. I mean, recent history where I walk up on the stage. I think it was at the Riviera. I introduced myself. The audio was the 70-volt speakers in the ceiling. There was no lighting. I think the screen was like one of those pull-up screens you used, your teacher used to bring out when it was movie day in elementary school. I mean, it was just
they wheeled in the hotel podium.
Yeah, it's like they wheeled in the AV cart. I mean,
there you go.
It just became so much bigger, as Ryan finally, kind of let Jason and SCE guys come in, and they started having a DJ on stage, and there's Chavez came in and EV came in, and it's just so much more of a production, and it just disappoints me there's not more people. But anyway, the things I'm looking forward to, 100% will be front and center for all of you guys. I don't care what time of day they are. If it's morning, I'm going to get up. If it's Mike in the afternoon on Monday, that's
well. Joe, let me ask you this: Will you participate in one of the MC workshops? Will you pop in during one of those segments and do introduction? Gentlemen to my right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, let's go,
Jordan, baby. I got to see Jordan. I've seen Jordan perform a couple times, and last night you did that seminar, and you and Adam kind of opened up with an interactive, and I thought, man, I'd love to have an opportunity to critique you. Not that I could come up with much negative, but I'd love the opportunity to, and this is what I do often in these workshops, is go, see, you know, what he did there, this, and this, exemplary. That's what we should be doing. Right. So my MC workshops are not all about breaking people down, but a lot of times they're about really highlighting the positives that somebody does. So I hope you both pop in during one of those segments.
I think also people need to see and realize that, you know, putting yourself out there like that, it's not to be chopped down. It's
exactly
like you with your experience to, you know, help, you know, beef you up a little and give you some tools to take back.
I mean, I'll be honest, guys, when we did the full 2-day workshop, PHDJ workshop in Raleigh, that was a huge part of it, was the MC training. And, you know, I got on and did my thing. Everybody else kind of got on and did their thing. I didn't know what to expect the first time we did it from Mike. He was he was honest but gentle. Put it that way. He was not.
That's the feedback I've gotten, especially from people who have taken, you know, Randy Bartlett obviously does something similar. And from what I understand, Randy is a lot less kind and tactful, which is surprising because I'm the New Yorker. So you would think if either one of us were, you know, rough around the edges and cut to the chase. But I think the difference also is I don't think Randy has ever trained DJs for a living. This is what I've done for the last 25 years. I've taken DJs who have zero experience and kind of built them up to and I realize in that process you can't cut them down. You know what I mean? You slice them down, you're probably going to lose them. So you need to highlight the positives as well as the negatives. So I hope the people who are listening and are out there next week get involved. 100%. I would love it. Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to, Mike? What do you
Well, listen, I love an old-fashioned mix-off. It's something that rarely happens anymore. And I think what Mobile Beat did this year to replace Jason Janai was ingenious. I actually, when I heard about it, I kicked myself because, you know, a couple years ago, I stepped down from the DJing the DJ of the Year competition at DJ Times. And I thought, man, why didn't I think of that? Or why didn't somebody at DJ Times think of it? Basically, what Mobile Beat is doing is they're having a competition to replace Jason Janai. And I just went, that's such an ingenious idea. So I think if I understand it correctly, people have submitted an audition tape, and now they have it narrowed down to, I think, 5 finalists. And what is that? I don't have the schedule. Is it Wednesday afternoon, I think, at some point? So I will be there, and fortunately that works out in my schedule. I will be there for that. I love an old-fashioned mix-off, and I'll definitely. So besides some of the seminars, which a lot of them I'm missing because of my own MC workshop, I will definitely be there for that.
And the DJs that are in the competition are all super talented.
Well, I know Nate Nelson is a finalist. I haven't heard any of the others. So
3:30 to 5:30 is the next
on Wednesday.
Yeah. Nate Nelson, Henry Race from Jamie Bodie's company. Is
okay.
I'm on the website, and it doesn't actually give the people's names.
I think they've been announcing them like once a week or something. Listen, anyway, I'm sure they're going to be quality guys. I'm sure it's going to be a ton of fun. That's something I'm really looking forward to.
So Nate's the guy.
Yeah. They'll be great.
He's not the big guy anymore. He's lost a ton of weight, man. Yeah.
But I'm looking very much forward to his.
Yep.
The one he's doing on high schools. This is his first one he's ever done.
Oh, that's right. He's speaking. That's right.
Wednesday afternoon.
That's cool.
Actually, Wednesday morning, right after us.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you wake up the room, and then
we wake up the room.
Nate keeps it going. That's awesome.
That's it.
Any other seminars you guys are looking forward to?
Jason Clock.
Okay.
Tuesday. It's actually Rob Foray first thing in the morning on Tuesday with his gamification. I love Rob.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that down. Jason Clock. You know, as Jordan was saying before, the nuggets you're going to get, implement them the weekend that you get home.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's the only way you're going to learn.
Yeah,
that's right. And I think just in general, just the like you were saying too, Joe. You know, Mobile Beat has become a production. It's become a show all on its own. So, you know, just the production that the SCE guys are going to be putting together. You know, just seeing the whole thing kind of come together and the fluidity of it is going to be really exciting.
Mike, have you really looked at the schedule yet? Like the whole thing?
You know, I peeked at it, but like I said, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day. Tuesday, I'm busy. So
How did you get roped into this?
I feel horrible Well, I didn't get roped in. They're paying me fairly well. I mean, I'm happy with it.
Good. You know, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I'm like, listen, this is a major time commitment
week, but it's, I ain't doing this for. It was funny, Jordan. You talked about that last night. You said something about how many people do this for the love of it, and the paycheck is secondary. And I was like, well, I don't know, but the paycheck is secondary. I mean, I do love my career, but you know what I mean. Yeah. If I was making minimum wage starting tomorrow, I don't know that I would continue doing it. Right, exactly. But yeah, I mean, so believe me, I don't regret agreeing to this at all. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, the mornings, unless I get a no-show, like if there's a 90-minute segment where nobody shows up, then I might be able to peek in and see some seminars. But I'm probably going to miss most of them. But and which I feel bad. I've never missed you speaking. Jordan, I would love to see you Wednesday morning, but I'm probably going to. Yeah, I got to see you last night. Exactly.
We'll do FaceTime.
Yeah, and like you said, Rob Ferre, I know he's going to deliver. Mm-hmm. I wish I could be there for that clock. All the, if I have a friend speaking, I usually love to be there, but this time around I'm busy.
And all these people that are going to be here, the names that we've mentioned, the Jason Clocks, the Nate Nelsons, just networking, being able to just be in the same place as these people, and maybe after a seminar, catching a cup of coffee or grabbing a drink, and saying, hey, what's working for you in your market? Right. What's going over well. Just being able to network with these professionals is going to be great as well.
And honestly,
I've heard people say for years that the true nuggets are picked up in the hallway conversations. And as a seminar speaker, I usually push back against that because I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. We put a lot of effort into our seminars.
I'm inside.
But I do think there is something to that. My argument is always, well, it's the seminars that get those conversations started. So if there are ultimately nuggets that way.
Listening after Mike's seminar, then take it to the hall.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, I do think there's a saying you should never have a meal alone at a convention. And it's very true. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, those are your opportunities to, and especially nowadays with social media, you can just put it out there. Hey, I'm heading down to this place for lunch. Who wants to join me? And you might wind up having a great conversation with somebody that you never even met before,
I mean, they literally, I'm looking at this thing all the way to Wednesday, Mike, when it ends. And it's just every name. I mean, I know all these people. I mean, you even down on Thursday, your closing day, you've got Mitch, you've got, Ben Stowe doing his thing. You've got you with your, still doing the MC workshop, Phil Morse, Jan I, Brian Dodge. I mean, from the beginning to the end, this thing is packed with information.
Yeah, Jason told me what he's doing basically is he's doing like what you and I do for the workshop, the best takeaways for the week.
Yeah, right.
So he's kind of doing a recap, and I told him, I said, there better be something from my seminar in that recap. I'm going to be insulted if there's not one thing makes it. And then Brian Dodge finishes it, and if anyone hasn't heard Dodge before, he is one of the most pumped. Have you ever seen him speak?
I haven't seen him live.
He is so manic energy. He's not a DJ. He's a public speaker.
Right.
And I mean, I know a lot of guys don't like this term, but he's a motivational speaker. And he will, and I'm psyched, Joe, because that leads right into our workshop. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm hoping our workshop attendees are in for Brian Dodge and then go right into our workshop because they're going to be fired up.
Yeah, they will for sure.
Yeah.
All new content from Brian, too, from what I heard.
Cool.
Well, I think we can put a bow on this one. What do you think?
I like it, man. I like it.
So, guys, again, all four of us are going to be at Mobile Beat. Please, please, please stop us in the hall. Introduce yourself. Say hello. We want to meet you guys. We want to know that you're listening. We want to keep on doing this for you. And, again, I encourage you to have a good time in Las Vegas. I know it's tempting to stay out at 4 or 5 in the morning, but do whatever you need to do to get your butts in the seats to start every day.
They don't call it Sin City for nothing.
That's right. Dang it.
It is unforgiving.
It is unforgiving. I will see you guys real soon in Las Vegas.
Safe travels, everybody. Gentlemen, thanks for being on.
Thank you very much.
Peace.